What is up, folks? Jorge Anido here. Thanks for stopping by and welcome back. Welcome back, my friends, to the Sleight Off. Yes, Reid Ferry and myself, we have resurrected the Sleight Off. Back by popular demand. You know, we both love it. I know that you guys do too. We received a lot of great feedback on this, and so we wanted to bring it back. And if you remember what the Sleight Off is, it's basically me and Reid Ferry going at it, right? It's a battle of sleights to see who's the best. And, you know, we're both very good. We're both great sports, especially him, probably more than me. That's okay. But, you hear that? That's the sound of Reid Ferry crying. Hey there, Reid. Wipe away those tears. I promise to take it easy on you this time.
You promise?
Yeah, I promise. Now pull yourself together. There's people watching, for goodness sake. With Reid's sleight of hand ability, truth be told, I'd be the one crying at the end of this. So I gotta get some jabs in where I can, am I right? So this time the Sleight Off is a little bit different. You might remember before that we had a series of 3 videos. Each video focused around 3 sleights that the other assigned to the other, and it was up to us each to figure out what we do with these sleights that the other one gave to us. Hope that made sense. Anyway, we're not really doing that with this episode, and maybe the next few Sleight Off episodes. I think what we're trying to do is more of a one-off sort of episode thing where we just try something new each time. I like the idea of that, and Reid does too. And so this time, instead of giving the other 3 sleights apiece, we're only giving each other 2 sleights. And 1 restriction. For example, I'll tell you what Reid gave me. The 2 sleights, he gave me the second deal, he gave me the diagonal palm shift, and as a restriction, I am not allowed to use any passes whatsoever, which completely disarmed probably 50% of my utility moves I use in my repertoire. So I really had to dig deep and get creative. Also, another thing differently that we're doing with this Sleight Off is we're approaching the same routine together, and it's the ambitious card routine. And I thought, well, we both, decided that, hey, why don't we take a beloved concept, a beloved routine, the oil and water, the triumph. We agreed on the ACR. And so what you have here is my approach to the ambitious card routine. I'm going to leave a link in the description where you can run and check out Reid's approach to the ambitious card routine. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into my performance. Let me go ahead and just say, I had a lot of fun with this. I really did. If there's anything that I could say, I wish I would have had just a little bit more time. I did several takes, and so what you'll see is kind of rough looking, but it is what it is. And I decided to leave it like that because you know what, we're a community where we're learning and growing together. And I thought, you know what, here it is. And so I call it lazy ambitious. You'll see why here in a minute. But stay tuned after my performance, and I'll let you know what 2 sleights and restriction I assigned to Reid, as well as offer some final thoughts. I'm going to very quickly demo what an ACR normally looks like, just in case you don't already know, but I'm sure you do. A card is selected, right? It's lost in the pack, it's pushed in. I always dribble to show I'm not holding a break. Now, the thing is, that card's supposed to wind up on top. Doesn't always happen, but with a little magical gesture, don't you know, it does wind up on top. But I don't like that because it's kind of repetitive, and, we've all seen this sort of thing before. So I thought, how can I make this more visual? So I place the card in face up. I push it in, I dribble. Yeah, it winds up on the top. I don't like that either because I have to do work, basically, and I'm not trying to exert more energy than I have to. So I've developed a way that I could be completely lazy at this. So I call this routine lazy ambitious. We need a card selected, but before the spectator looks at that, like any magician ever, I give them the ability to switch it out. Let's say they decide to go with it, that's fine. They really do have complete freedom of choice. We have the Jack of Spades. We take that Jack, we stick it in the middle, show you that we're holding no breaks, and it should wind up on top. It's not, but this is the part where I could be lazy. The top card basically does all the work for me. All I have to do is come in, grab the deck, and place it down. I can even spread, but that gives that card, that indifferent card, just enough time to come in and switch places with the spectator's card. And what we're left with is the spectator's card on top. So we'll try that just one more time. Push it in. Now at this point I want to try something different. We're going to take these cards and we're going to separate them from this right here. And what that does is essentially give this card, it gives this card more distance to travel. And so I still get to be lazy. All I do is come in and grab the card. That's just enough misdirection for it to run over, switch places, and we're left with the spectator's card on top. We'll try that just again. Push it in, turn the card over, separate the cards. Now that you know what to look for, I have to kind of help this card out a little bit. It's not the brightest of bulbs, and so instead of grabbing it this time, I just give it a little bit of a twirl, and yeah, just enough time for it to go switching for that card, and yep, spectator's card is on top. So we're down to the last phase. And just like before, we stay consistent throughout. We put it in the middle. Winds up actually on the top this time. That's actually surprising because what we're actually going to do is do the same thing as before. Separate it from the deck. Actually, what am I talking about? The trick is over. That was the last phase. Guys, that is my approach to the ambitious card. I call it lazy, ambitious. But you know, we can't end there, can we? So what I want to do is show you that that card has changed to blue. Yes, it has. They're always amazed at this, but if I take that card and just slap it down, you can see that all four jacks are produced. The spectator always goes crazy over these blue backs. I don't know why, because there's been a blue deck in play the entire time, at which point I would advise the spectator to go to an optometrist and get their eyes checked. That is lazy ambitious. Alright my friends, there you have it. That's my approach to the ambitious card routine. Lazy ambitious. Juxtaposition. So I had a lot of fun with it. Like I said, I wish I would have had just a little more time to kind of smooth out the edges. But you know what? I just decided to show it how it is, and let me know what you think. Also, let us know which one you favored over the other. We really like to hear if you would prefer Reid's version or my version. It's not going to hurt my feelings. It's not going to hurt Reid's, whatever you say. We also appreciate any and all feedback. What can I do to improve my routine? Let me know in the comments below. I'm very open to hear what you guys have to say. And so as far as what I assigned to Reid, the two sleights that I gave him, number one was the cascade control. Yeah, so I kind of came out swinging with that one, right? I also assigned him a color change utilizing the classic pass. So basically, a classic pass color change. Cascade control, classic pass color change. The restriction I gave him was he can't do any doubles. No double lifts, no double turnovers in this ambitious card routine. ACRs are infamous for double lifts and stuff, and I thought, you know what, only switches, only controls, and so this was really his opportunity to get creative without using doubles in his ACR. So, guys, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate you, and there you have it. The ACR Sleight Off episode. Jorge Anido here signing off. Make sure you check out Reid's link in the description. Be blessed.